be doing the we will make changes in the header. So we go to the layout and we have neighbor. So inside the neighbor, instead of we say flow by, we will say and note shop. Okay, so this is our note shop, and the bottom is get started. Instead of get started, we will say log in or register or something like this. Yeah, we can say get started, so which means that they can log in or register. And okay, so for the get started, after that I will leave home, and I will leave home about, so I will delete the rest. Home, okay, and then get started. Here we go, our get started. So like we did in the app, we have to check the user is login or not using the user login register. So const user login register, and then we have to use selector, and then we will have state dot user login register. So we got the user info from there, login register. So if we got that information, what we can do is we can validate. Okay, so we can validate yeah, we can validate. If the user info is not, we would say get started. Where's get started? Yes, this one. Okay, and open main menu. Okay, if it's in mobile view, yeah, if it in mobile view is open main menu is here. Okay, so if it is not in mobile view, yeah, it is not there. It is for that. So I would say user info is there. If the user info is here, so if the user info is not there, by using that exclamation in front of the value that you want to validate, it means that not there, we will be showing get started here bottom, as we will be showing right now is, for example, logi out logout. Okay, so it will be logout. So when I go here, you see logout because we have the value data inside the storage. If I delete that value, let's say if I delete, so there is no data here with the user info. That should be changed here. Let me go and check. Is there no? Okay, session storage. Okay, inside the get storage, might be it's not working that way. User info, okay, get started or logout. If it is not, let me check. If the user info is there, I would like to make reverse get started. Okay, so it's working there. Okay, no problem. So what I will do here, I will go and find TIL, T1 CSS, flow by FLW, flow by. We go to the flow by, and we're trying to find the component drop down. Yeah, so we should we can use that one. Yeah, so I will copy and import drop down. Okay, component. So use client. So I will copy and I will create the drop down component here inside the here DROB, DOW, and .jsx. So inside here, so we can reuse that component. So I would say user DROB DOWN. Okay, user drop down. So inside the net bar, if the user info is not there, we will say get started. If it here, I would say user drop down. Okay, so when we say we should go to the link, we should using the link, and then we will say to the register. Okay, to register. So let me go and check. So as you see, we have our drop down. So drop down button, inside the drop down button we can make changes like a label, say okay, for example, here is like name of the user or something. PRO finally profile and sign out. We will say profile and sign out. Yeah, it's user. Okay, so we will say user. Okay, so if I click profile and sign out, is there. So that's perfect. That's totally perfect. And this match. Okay, so right now, if I click on the profile and sign out, it's totally fine. So I would like to text here. Okay, so if I get started, it should redirect me to the register, but we have already assigned. If it is user information is there, we will redirect to the home page. So that's why we cannot go there. Yeah, no problem. So that's totally fine, and we will work on the logout function. So for the logout, we have to write the another function here, logout handler. Const logout handler handler with the arrow function key. Inside it, we would dispatch user logout action. No, yes, ACTION action. We just called that function. So for the dispatch, we have to create the dispatch variable dispatch, use dispatch from the relative. Okay, so we can call this function when we click on the logout. So I will pass that logout function into the user drop-down component. So we created the handler, logout handler. So we will pass the logout handler using the like this. We will pass through the user drop-down component as a parameter here. So to pass the parameter, user logout user logout handler. So user logout handler. So I would say logout handler, yeah, to make everything the same, logout handler. So we can make here on click logout handler. So let's check and sign out. Yes, so if it is sign out, we are in the login page. If I go register, yeah, we can go into the register page, and the data were inside the local story will be deleted here. So I will show you again. So we will log in with the user, the password 1234578. If I submit, I haven't finished for the login, sorry, my bad. So we'll go and do right now. So we go into the page login. So for the login, we have to do the same thing like register we do. I will show you like register with 10. So here we can copy email and the password. Okay, so I will copy email and the password. I don't need the name, so email and the password. So here will be value equal email, and the on chain, so on chain will be set email e dot target dot value, oops, value. So this will be value of email, and the password we will say password, password, and target of value, set password. So after that, in the form tag, we have to submit our value. So I would say user login register, and then use selector, sorry, it's my dog, selector state dot user login register. So inside the register we define loading error user info. So here user login register, so we got our loading error and user info there. Then we can say dispatch, batch, use dispatch. Then we can create our submit handler. Submit handler with the e.prevent, prevenT default, and then dispatch the user login action. So we will pass our email and the password. So we can submit that through the on submit. Then for the loading error and user info, we can do the same thing like register. If it is loading, we will show the loading, and the if it is error, we will show error, and the rest will be our UI. So I would say like this. Inside I will copy the UI and then paste. So loading, return, we have our, oops, sorry, this is my fault. So we should have our layout outside of that. So layout will be outside of that. I would copy again. So this one, and the, yep, and inside this we will have our form. So I will use the react opening and closing tag. Inside this I would paste my form. So that's it pretty much about the, okay, we will import use state here. So use state from the react, and the user info we can delete for now, we don't need. So for the login, that's pretty much about it. So we can go and test user and then submit. I can delete remember me because we don't use that value. If you wish to use, you can create the database for that. And yeah, so I will delete this div. Okay, so user, and then submit. You see we got our home page and the user information is there. If I sign out, it will return back to the login page. If I submit, I will show you in our application local story we have nothing. So as you see, user info is there. If I delete, it's delete there, and it's go back here. So I want to show you something like this. So this is pretty much about the user authentication. Later on we will be doing the add to cart and so on. So let's see in the next video. Thank you guys. So I just pushed into the git repo our latest code, so you will go and see. So here is our net bar. So but if you wish to use different UI or you want to improve, you can go and find net bar under the flow by React. So you will get the the beautiful UI. So right now I will use, for the demonstration purpose, I will only use that. It is also still okay, but if you wish to use more nice UI, you can do like this. For now I will be using that way, so I don't want to waste your time and my time on the UI a lot. I would like to show how we can do the main React Node Express MongoDB e-commerce website, the functional, the basic functional. I want to show you and teach you how. Okay, so let's go back and so right now we will do the most interesting and the main part of the e-commerce website. I will do the add to cart reduce in this lesson. So we go into the reduce, and for the add to cart, let's think about it. Okay, so before we do the add to cart, we will think about the constant. Okay, it make you foresee what you are going to do. So I will create the cart.js. So inside the cart.js, we will be thinking about, okay, so in the e-commerce there will be a different action, but I will show you a minimum action. Okay, so let's say we may have add item to cart. So we will have that request add item to cart by the user, and user can remove item from cart, and then user can clear. Okay, user can clear. So cart, not user can clear, like when user make place order, after that all the item should be clear from the item. That's why we should have the another request called cart cart item clear. Okay, cart item clear. After that we should have like payment method, save payment method, and cart save shipping address. So we should have shipping address, right? So I will say cart save shipping address, and then we will have another one, save payment method. So these are the main 5 requests and action we will have in our add to cart function. So I would say so I will make export const, and we'll copy this one and we do like this. So by doing that we will organize our action and request using constant, and after constant we will make the action and the reducer. Okay, so let's create the reducer first. I will create new one, cart.js, and then inside it I would say import the thing that we created inside our reducer. So I don't want to make another mistake, so I go here. Oops, sorry, I can't stay here, and I will copy. Okay, card. I want to copy the actor to card. Then I will copy another one, remove from card. Then and the last one, save from the card. Cool. So we will remove this space. I don't want to make error or mistake here. So from constant slash cart. So we got our constant value in the cart. So I would create another function called export const cart reducer. Okay, cart reducer. Then inside every reducer, remember we should have state and action. Excusez-moi. Excuse me. So inside every cart reducer we have the state. So the state will be, inside the state we should have cart items. So cart item will be a list, okay, because we will add like 1, 2, 3 items in the list. And then shipping address, SAIPPING ADDRESS, shipping address. Cool. So after that we will have action. So action. So we should have the validation for the action type, if it is add to car or if it is something, you know, remove from car or something like this. So we were using switch ACTN1 action dot type, CSE case, add item to cart, cons item, payload. So after that, what we will say is 0SD con, we will check existing item. Okay, I will explain you why we should check existing item. ESI SD ITEM. So I can say state dot car ITEM s dot find. So I would say X, which is like, you know, the item of the cart items. So if it is H dot products, PRODUCT, product equal item dot PRODUCT. So if it is ESISD item, I would say return dot any state we have, and the action will be, item will be car item state dot CRD car item dot map, and then inside the map arrow function key, I will return h dot PRODUCT product equal ESISD exit item dot PRODUCT. If it exit, I would say item X. So like if we have the product exit item, I would return the item X. So if it is not, I would return with the state, any state we have. Then cart items will be state dot cart item. And yeah, if it add to cart, if the item is exit, we will not add again and again to the cart. That's why we check if the item exists or not. We will be increasing only the quantity of the item. Okay, so and the another one case, so this is case remove from cart. If it is removed from cart, what we will do is return state. Here the cart items will be state cart item feeder. We will use a feeder method here. X any product will be validated with the h.product product. We will assign not equal action.payload. Okay, so we will remove from the we will remove the cart item from the action payload data, and then if it is case cart safe shipping address, we will return with the any state and the shipping address from action.py load. Okay, so another one will be CSE case safe payment method. As if we is a payment method, we will return state any state method method payment method acdm action.payload, and then we will clear the cart case cart item clear. We will clear every item from the cart after user place order or something. So cart items will be empty array list again here, and then as a default we would return state. So this is pretty much about the this is totally fine. It is like unexpected lazy get declaration in case block, and this is fine. It is not a problem. It's just a warning. And after that we will go and create the action. So we go inside the action folder and say crd_cart.js. For the action, we will have like add to cart and the remove from cart and save shipping address and save payment method. Okay, so let's do one by one. I would create add to cart function. But first thing first, we have to import AXIOS from AXIOS. Okay, so after that we will import from the constant like reducer. So I will copy everything the same and the here. Then I will import base URL from the constant base URL. So after that we will create our first function for the add to cart. Add to cart action. So in there we need two parameters in order to add. We need ID and the quantity. Here when we go to the route in the backend order, when we make a request, we bring order item, shipping address, payment method, and the order item. Okay, so this is in the model we have the order. So the order we take quantity, right? So we have to pass the ID of the item and the quantity. So after that we will request to the server using asynchronous function, asynchronous and dispatch, dispatch, and we will get the get state as well from the parameter, and inside it we would use try catch error. We will say right now you consider log error. Sorry, error. Okay, inside the try block, I would create the const data equal await as dot get. I will use batik here as well, so we will use base URL, then API slash ucts slash $ID. So we fetch the product, specific product, using the ID that we got here. Then inside data we will get our information. Okay, so I use dispatch again here. Type will be add to cart. Yeah. So after that, the payload data will be that payload data will be sent to the cart reduce add to cart. That's why we say PA1 payload, and then inside payload we will say PROD the product data. We will pass product data. That product data will be getting from that data. Okay, so we say data dot underscore ID. I will show you again to make sure, like API select product select ID. Okay, so we go here and local host, not 8000 3000 select API select product. This is a list of product. Okay, so if I go using this ID and the select, so I will, not seed, sorry, my bad, I will get the single product like this. So inside single product we have ID, name, image, description. So I fetch using that API inside our add to cart action. Okay, so we got that data ID, and the name will be data dot name, and image will be data dot img image, and the price will be data dot price. And so you and the count in stock. We have count in stock. Yeah, we have count in stock. So count in stock will be data dot count in stock, and the quantity, the last one will be quantity. So this quantity will be passed to when we add to cart action. When we call that action, we will pass 1, so it will be here 1. If we pass 2, it will be here 2. So this is for the adding to the cart using dispatch. And out of that dispatch, we will say CONST cons, we will create cart items. Okay, cart item, and then we will use get state dot cart reducer, cart reducer dot cart item. So we are going to see the cart item from the cart reducer using the get state. That's in that way we know that the item from the cart. So we got our cart items, and then we will save this cart item in our local storage. That's why when user come back, this item will be in the cart. So we will use local storage dot set item. That set item with the name or CRT cart IDMS. Then we'll pass the JSON dot string theme and the cart items. So our cart items are now in the local storage web browser. Okay, perfect. So I will create another one, maybe remove from cart action. We'll create we will create at the same time. later on we'll integrate with the UI user interface. Okay, perfect. So I will export cons remove from cart ACTI1 action. So this one we only need ID, and then we were using the asynchronous. I think we don't need asynchronous function here, removing, because we only remove from the local storage. We don't need network requests. So I would say dispatch, I only need dispatch, then arrow function key. Inside we will dispatch the type will be car safe. Remove from the cart. Yes, so it should be remove from the cart. payload payload data will be ID that we get from here, and we also need to use here get state, because we have to remove all the item from the car reducer, from the car reducer. So we got our car reducer from using get state. That's why we also need to use this one. Out of that, we have to remove from local storage, and we'll see local storage dot set item. Okay, so we just update, not the remove. Okay, so I would say cart IDEMS again. So we will be updating the existing like item using JSON dot signify get state dot cart. Okay, so we will use the cart items. So we update the cart inside our cart item of the local storage. That's perfect. So after we remove, we will save the shipping address. Export cons save shipping address action. So we will be saving the data that we receive from the user input. So this one will be also saving in the local storage. That's why we will say dispatch. We don't need the asynchronous function for this. And dispatch dispatch type will be cart save shipping address, and the payload will be the data we receive. So under that, we will be saving local storage dot set item will be shipping address, and the JSON dot signify and the data. Perfect. So after that, we will be saving the another one is payment method. Okay, save payment method action. Save method action. We got the data as well. So dispatch, and this should be save payment method, and this should be the data. Perfect. So we save. So we don't need that one. Clear item, car item clear, remove item from cart. Okay. So yeah, we don't need that one for now. So we have set up everything for our add to cart reduce, and next part we will be integrating with the user interface, like in the page we have product detail. we have add to cart here. So we will be doing add to cart with that retrieve that we just created. But don't forget, before we integrate, we have to go into the store.js. We have to register here the reduce that we created. That's why it will be cart reduce, yeah, cart reducer. I think inside the cart reducer we have cart reducer, yeah. So we will be inside the store. So I would import cart reducer from cart. Perfect. So we have our cart reducer. Yeah, so we have our cart reducer in here, so we can be calling our cart reducer and action in every our component from our component. Perfect. See you in the next video. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can integrate with our UI and the cart reduce that we just created in previous video. So I will show you here, like when we go here, we have add to cart. So if I click, I would like to add that item into the cart, and then I would like to show the cart UI here. So if we click, the item 1 will be added to the cart. So I will use the hero icon, which is very simple and nice. So we can call. So I find cart here and I copy SVG, and I would paste that SVG here, but it will not be working if I paste directly like this. I may enter the user drop down button after we warp with the empty tag here. So under that, I could paste the SVG or text or anything I like. So I will refresh. So there is nothing beside it, but same class like here, the button. Okay. So I will copy that button, and then I will paste enter the user drop down. So we have body, close that. So between that, I would paste the SVG. So SVG here. So I will paste between button. So this button is hidden if it is in the large screen. So I would delete that, and then when I go back, you see our icon is there. So so we use the type button. Okay, so this one we warp with the SVG, with the button to the SVG. So that button is like this one. I will show you. If I delete this one, you will see like the hamburger icon here. So this is for mobile. Okay, so we just copy the button. So I will add empty hidden, so it will be hidden here. So if I click add to cart, that cart should increase 1 2 3 4 5 6. So beside icon, I will add the span, so it will be like, for example, 1. If I refresh, you see 1. So if I click 2, it will be 2 3 4 5, something like that. So that's fine now. So we have our UI. So I will go into the product detail, and we need, in order to add into the cart, we need two things, which is quantity and the ID. So I would like to have, for the quantity, cons qty set qty. So we will use the use state here. First of all, quantity should be at least 1. Okay, so it cannot be 0 or it cannot be 2. So the possible way is 1. So whenever user add the item, the quantity will be 1. And then we will create another one, add to cart handler. So this one will be add to cart handler. So we will use arrow function key. So inside it, we will use dispatch. Okay, so I will say dispatch dispatch. So that dispatch will be called to add to cart action. Add to cart ACTI1 action. So we will pass with the ID and the qty. So that add to cart action should be coming from the cart action under the reduce. So I would say product today add to cart action, and then I will import like product action. So add to cart action from reduce action select cart. So we got our add to cart action here. So when we call that function, it will be dispatched to that action here from the under the reduce action cart.js we created. Okay, so I will go back and I will say add to cart bottom here. Yeah, add to cart bottom here. We got add to cart bottom. When we click that button on click, so I will call add to cart action. Add to cart handler. Okay, so that add to cart handler will be called. So before we call, we want to make sure like instead of small, medium, large HL, I would say this one like 1 2 3 4, because it will be a quantity of the item. So instead of size, I would say GUA and TY. Okay, so and the select will be value of GTY. So this select after value we will say on change. So when it is change, we will say E, and then with the arrow function key E set quantity PARSEINT. The value should be integer. That's why I use paste integer. E dot target dot value. VA value. I don't. After we got the value on change, yeah, I set the quantity. So this option should be loop. So I would say it will be coming from the product, like from the available count in stock. Okay, so count in stock we have 4. If we have 4, we cannot say 5. Okay, that's why it is very important here logically. So in the option, what I am going to do is I will make a array dot array. So any array. So and inside it, I will say product dot count in stock. Here I will make sure. Okay, I will copy from here to make sure. Count in stock dot key, and then I will say map. So inside it, we will have another X or any value you prefer. You can define here. So count in stock. If it is count in stock have 4, I would make 4 options, something like this. Okay, so I will do map with the arrow key option, and then the option should have on key, and then I would say key will be X plus 1. So it will be its option key. Inside it, I would say X plus 1, and then value will be X plus 1. So by doing that, like count in stock, if we have count in stock 4, we will make it like array, and then from that array will be that array start from 0. That's why I make like plus 1. It will be start from 1. So 1 2 3 4. So something like this. Okay, when I go back and check, like you see 1 2 3 4. This one we have 4. So I will go back and check this one. Should be this is 0. Okay, this is 0, which means there is no quantity. So I would find this value in here in order to show you. So this one is count install 0. That's why we don't see any quantity here. So if I go back here, this one is 1 2 3 4 as well. So this one is 1 2 3 4 as well. So for the 0, we would say if it product count in 0, we don't want the user to add the product or to show the do is so we will minimize the entire block code of this one. So above this, I will validate PRODUCT product dot count in stock, which is greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, I will show this UI. Okay, if it is greater than 0, I will show this UI, as I will show another one. Okay, so I will make sure like this. If it is as, I will show nothing. Okay, so like this. So here, as you see, there is no quantity we cannot select because it's 0. So if I go back and if I go here, I can select here. So the same thing applying to the add to cart as well. So for the add to cart, we have add to cart button here. So I will do the same thing. I control X the entire block. I make control X. Then I will say PRODUCT product dot count in stock is greater than 0. If greater than 0, we will work this block. If not, we will work in here. So I will paste again the button here. So this one will be empty. So when I go back and check, if the quantity is greater than 0, yeah, so we will say add to cart. If not, we will not see the add to cart button. Let's see here. So there is no add to cart, which means that it is unavailable. So we should show that unavailable text here. So we'll say sorry, H1 if we are unavailable, or you can say out of stock. So to make more nicer, I will copy and say class. Oops, I will copy the class name above. I will paste here. So it will be the unavailable button. But when you click, you cannot click. So something like this. So you can say casa unavailable. I think we have like TND. TNCSSCUR as well casa. So CUR as well casa auto casa pointer. Casa not allowed. Yeah. So casa not allowed. We can put casa not allowed. So something like this. Casa not allowed. So by doing that, you will see when I go there, the casa not allowed is there. So that's it. Pretty much about for the UI. Now I'm going to do the add to cart. When I click, I will have to see. Oops. So cart item, as you see, we have got our cart item. When I click here, so that product is here. It means that we successfully integrate into the add to cart with the UI. So go into the net bar, and instead of using 1, I will say increment quantity of here. So how can we get that? It's very easy. We can get the quantity here, like con to dy equal to use selector. We will use selector, and then we're trying to find the state with the arrow function key. State, state.crd cart reducer, IEDUCER dot crd cart items item. So inside the cart reducer, we have cart items. So in that cart item, we will reduce IEDUCE reduce in the react main, like we can find the total items from the according to the cart. Okay, so we will say total, and then item. I would say total plus. In each item, it's a own quantity. So if it is no, I would say default as 0. So when you use that state current user item, you will be getting the total quantity of the item in the cart. So I would use that quantity to dy in here, okay, in here with the bracket, okay, curly bracket. So I will go and I will check here. We have 1. So if I go back and I would add to cart, you see 4. It's changing here. So I cannot add the existing item to the cart. There's a problem. So if so it's added here, as you see, 6. So the quality of the item is added to the cart. So when I click to the cart, I would like to show the item from the cart. So these data will be here from the from here 0, 1, 2, 3. So although we have 0, 1, 2, 3 4 items, this one is actually 6 because we add the quantity here 3. That's why. Okay, in the net bar I use the real reduce. So cart item dot reduce total empty item and the quantity. So we got the quantity, actual quantity from the cart like this. So I will see you in the next video about how we can manage the item in the cart with the UI.